Your timing's impeccable, comrade. A number of recruitment training slots have just opened up. You'll learn all that's required to brave the wastes. Not simply weapon-based combat, but also provisioning and espionage. At the end of training, you'll be assigned into an advisory branch. Oh, and of course you'll be paid for your time. Each branch is led by one of Eve's advisors, who runs different initiatives. There are 5 main branches: administration, offense, defense, tech, and domestics. You'll be assigned to a rank and branch respective of your talents. Me? Name's McFadden. My job is to sit here and, well, recruit people. Right, you'll fit right in, I'm sure. I just need to ask you a few questions. Do you have any prior combat experience? I see. I'll just put you down as experienced. Now let's move on to next of kin.
Greetings, Officer McFadden. I can't help but notice you are talking to a Category A individual. How exciting! I will escort them to Mistress immediately. Thank you, Officer.
Well, I've already started the recruitment process, so...
So what, McFadden?
I might as well finish it. No need to deviate from the usual process.
Need I remind everyone that I outrank you, Officer?
No, I actually didn't need reminding of that depressing factoid. Fine. Follow the insufferable gearbox. Just remember to tell Eve that I sent you.
Follow me. When
Fine,
we
go
met
for
at
it,
the
innit?
tournament, Guido could not compute your intentions. Mistress was pleased with your actions. The explosion was a favorable outcome. Guido put in a good word for you. Hence why you are a Category A individual.
With all these trails.
Not happening, lady.
Mistress is in the boardroom.
Britain
If
awake,
you have any
awake for
questions,
slumber.
Guido is at your service. Please enter. Guido is at your service. Guido is a senior propaganda officer and one of Mistress's longest-serving supporters. An individual considered to be a high-value asset to the 5th column. It is the highest compliment an outsider could receive. The glorious Eve Varney, of course. Mistress has tried many times to reprogram me so that I no longer call her Mistress. All have failed. Farewell.
That badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies. Who does he think? He is.
A leader must be adaptable, as you are. Please let me help her.
I don't think so, John. I've made up my mind. You've gone silent again. I'll take that as your concession.
We have a guest.
Can I help you? Ah, the true winner of the Westminster tourney. Some say explosions are crude, but I admire their efficacy. Any foe of the gentry is a friend of ours. You're welcome to join in on our efforts. You should speak to Victor here. He's my second in command. Any tasks I dole out are delegated through him. I'm afraid I must go. See you around, stranger.
I'm knackered as fuck. I've been basted with all these trails.
Ah, more muck. Hopefully he'll be useful muck. Raid at night needs support. A little hearts and minds, a little greasing palms. Try not to blow anything up on your way there, unless it's more gentry. How you doing?
Britain awake, awake for slumber.
You down to trade? Farewell.
My glorified errand runner. Ha ha. Victor told me you were coming. You weren't followed, right? Just kidding. Mostly. We're here to do what we can. Food, water, a friendly pat on the back to let people know we're here. We can't have anyone compromising us. Our mission's simple. Help people. They want something, we want their support. A little quid pro quo, if you will. First off, go find Evelyn. Something about her kid and guns and gangs. Didn't make a whole lot of sense, but see what you can do. All right, errand runner? Dismissed. Unless you have something to report, get back to work. We don't have time to waste. Carry on.
You're too old to be one of Darius's mates. So who are you? So the new one trying to convince us the column ain't all that bad. Well, go see Darius. He's got it into his head that the Isle of Dogs are these bloody heroes. His dad died in that gang. If he keeps on like this, he'll cross someone who really takes to that kind of life. I can't lose another Williams to the Dogs. Huh?
Welcome, welcome. Until next time.
Can't find it elsewhere? Try here. Farewell.
Yeah? Oi! It's a fogey fouling up our game! Me mum, the bit is nice, but she doesn't know what she's talking about, so piss off and bother someone else! Funny, I don't see the stick up your ass. Go on back to that lot and leave us alone. You're back. This look like a game to you? This is our life. We're the Isle of Pups. Funny, I don't see the stick.
Is it done? Like what? Just get him to stop. it's going to get him killed, just like his father. Maybe that's the trick. Show him how his Rupert died. The Isle of Dogs probably still has something that proves it. Please, you have to find that proof before I lose my boy.
Now, mate. Oh, you little slut.
Pull out. Can everyone stop, please? No. Not here.
Something you need. Rupert. Oh, yeah. That soft-hearted idiot. We had a bit of a situation a while back. Merchants get entitled. He wanted them to cut some slack. We just wanted to cut him. Not one. He didn't. Now he's buried out back. I think his side is still cluttering up one of the bunks, though. Take what you want and toss the rest.
You're looking like the type that needs something to take the edge off. Most doctors tend to run side businesses. Go give them an ask. Don't be shy. Is it done? He idolizes them. But it's going to get him killed, just like his father. Maybe that's the trick. Show him how his Rupert died. The Isle of Dogs probably still... Please.
Are the assholes back? Shows what you know. My dad's dead. Show me.
No,
Dad would never do this. He couldn't. He did, didn't he? That's why he didn't want Mum and me to go with him. I don't want to be in a gang anymore. I'm gonna go home.
Is it done? Thank you. I won't forget this. The column definitely isn't as bad as the propaganda says. You just need to work on your image a little bit. Maybe you can help Caleb Wood. That might boost your standings around here. No worries, dearie.
Yes?
If you're here to be treated, wait in the queue. Then come back later. Lives are on the line right now. I thought I was clear. I don't have time for chit-chat. I have no medical supplies, no doctor, and no time. Which do you think you're qualified to help with? Really? Start with Miss Davison and work your way back. Need help? Goodbye.
It's me knee. Been acting up so bad I can barely walk. Thank you. I certainly will. And here's a tip for a job well done. Hi. How are you?
Got a bullet in the side. Can you dig it out? Until next time.
Can I help you? Goodbye.
Got a bullet in the side. Can you... The usual.
Do you need medical assistance? I might have what you're looking for.
My teddy bear poked his eye out.
See ya.
My teddy bear poked his eye out.
Well, you're clearly from the column with that bedside manner. Thanks. I won't forget the help you provided. How can I be of service? See ya.
Errand runner. From what I've heard, half of Eastminster's singing your praises, and by extension, the columns too. Good work. No one gave you trouble, right? Good. Got one more errand for you. Recruitment. Seems someone's interested in joining the ranks. A bit too interested. But I don't trust just anyone. Talk to this Giovanni bloke. If he's genuine, bring him back here.
Your fifth column. I just know it. I sent word that I wanted to join the fifth column. The column. Oh, the column. Everything about it is just, oh, perfect. You're overthrowing the tyrannical gentry, doing away with their stuffy, outdated traditions. You're out here making a difference. I want to make a difference. A real difference. Weren't you when you joined? Please, you have to take me to see Eve, or even a branchhead. The column are heroes. I just want to make a difference, like they do. Yes, yes. Oh, please, do. It's you. I didn't know you were fifth column. I sent word that I wanted to join the fifth column. Look, everything about it. You're overthrowing it. You're out here. I can't. It's just, please. Any branchhead will do. I've just got to meet them. Yes.
That sandwich looks like it's been fucked by commuters.
You must be Giovanni.
And you must be the murderous scum that killed my brother. I bet you gave the orders, didn't you?
Say what?
Your rule will never come to be. You're dead.
I can smell cowardice a mile away.
I said to bring him if he was genuine. What about that psychotic bastard was genuine? You're as blind as an eyeless bat. A deaf choir boy would have heard those sour notes he spewed. Doesn't matter. The whole crowd saw him attack us. A little blood bought us even more goodwill. Weird.
How are you doing?
Don't try it. Here, which means that idiocy led to success beyond what we were hoping for. You're the luckiest errand runner I've ever met. Don't try it.
How you doing? Fine day for it, ain't it?
Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
Fine day for it, ain't it?
I see you managed to keep all of your appendages in Eastminster. Not bad. And Braden sent word that you'd actually managed to save him a bullet in the knee. Even better. You're not as disappointing as you look. Maybe, just maybe, you're even a bit likable. We shall see. Either way, just because you did something right don't mean you get an audience with Eve right away. Her time is quite valuable. For now, you'll be reporting to me. Judge Smith, one of our field agents, needs assistance. I owe him a favor, so I'll be assigning you to him. Now leave. I'm a busy man. How you doing?
Protect and survive.
Victor Schmidt has placed you under my lead. I heard you made a good first impression. Keep it up and Eve might take notice. But I warn you, reputations fall quickly round here. I appreciate your eagerness. Let's get started then. Are you familiar with Eve's daughter, Lily? All right then. Lily's a small thing, about 11 years old. If anyone's going to take over the fifth column after Eve, well, in the future, it'll be Lily. I have another responsibility, apart from being an agent, one that may be even more important. I'm Lily's tutor. Lily has to be intelligent, cunning, irreverent. In order to be the next lead of the fifth, she has to be well educated. I need some educational books in order to further Lily's lessons. I put in a request for the textbooks. Eve deferred it, saying that she'd need to send someone out to get them, and that we're spread too thin. But now you're here. You got it. Find the books and bring them back to me. If you do, I'll put in a good word for you with Eve. I don't really know myself. You might want to ask Muriel about that. Muriel is the head of our tech division. She's a bit quiet, but her heart is bigger than most here. It's a long story, and a classified one. Don't worry, you ain't missing much. Fantastic. I'll let Lily know. Thank you, outsider.
Britain awake. Awake for slumber.
The library. Library, then museum. Ah, yes. Correct. Skip the library. Go to the British Museum. Go now. Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
clandestine excavation of the Sutton ship burial. One can't help but marvel at its extravagance. Congratulations! You have just placed your grubby little fingers on a helmet that once belonged to Anglo-Saxon King Raidwall. I am so happy to see you smear this delicately ornate piece of history with your dirty hands. Please don't hold yourself back. Insert your grotesquely misshapen head and bend the ancient craftsmanship of this relic to your vicious will, you mongrel. Oh, goodness. Look at what happened to the ceiling in the Western Gallery. It's going to take me ages to try and clean this up. Of course, I can't do that while you're still alive. My dear thief, can you please just die already, so I can go back to fixing this place? It would be so helpful.
You hear me,
just jump into it somewhere and die for me, please. Thief, you stand before the body of my creator. His name was... No, hang on. This isn't my creator. This is one of the ruthless thieves I murdered in cold blood, much like I'll do with you. I'm so sorry. I always get these confused. Carry on. Stop, stop, stop. Do you see that? That thing on the wall with the shapes and the colors? I hate that thing. I hate it so much. My creator used to call it modern art. I call it absolute dreck. You have no idea how much I hate that thing. It makes no sense. Art should have a purpose, and meaning, and context. It can't just be a bunch of wild shapes. Blimey, I hate it so much Listen, thief, can you shoot for a moment? Just a few quick shots? I promise I won't tell anyone. Just blast. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Humans alive, I tell you, bless whoever invented firearms. Well, it was actually China circa AD 1000, but I digress.
All clear. Intruder, refrain from movement.
I say, are you wondering? Mummies where ancient Egyptian secrets are wrapped in layers of linen and ink. These preserved remains offer a glimpse into a world shrouded in mystery, where pharaohs ruled with divine authority, and in the afterlife held the promise of eternal reward. With their enigmatic expressions and carefully preserved bodies, these mummies stand as silent sentinels of a bygone era, captivating visitors with tales of ancient rituals and timeless legacies. Are you having some sort of existential dread? Or are you one of those beef eaters I've heard so much about? Please be the latter. I'm dying for some proper entertainment. Did you know that there was a mummy covered in chocolate and nuts that was discovered in Egypt? Archaeologists believe it may be a Pharaoh Rocher.
Continuing, fugitive has evaded pursuit. Law enforcement authorities now have...
Behold the treasures of Ur, a bunch of quintessentially ancient artifacts if ever there was. Behold their magnificence, the epitome of Sumerian style and craftsmanship. Check out the standard of Ur in the center. One can't help but imagine the ancient Mesopotamians proudly parading this around, perhaps using it to store their tea leaves, or as a rather extravagant biscuit tin. Don't you go touchy-touchying now. Are you serious? You're just gonna keep shooting museum pieces? No, you know what? You're just doing this to rile me up, and it's not going to work. I'm going to ignore you. Shoot away. Have your fun. I don't care. These artifacts tell the tales of civilizations that thrived under the African sun, where we bless the rains down in Africa, from the mighty kingdoms of the Nile to the rich cultures of the savannas and jungles. Each relic whispers of ancient traditions and enduring legacies, painting a vivid picture of a continent teeming with life and history. And lo, as you bask in the splendor of these artifacts, I guess it's going to take a lot to drag me away from you. You know what, Thief? I think you're the first human to step foot into this room in the last 100 or so years. It's honestly quite an accomplishment. Most of the other thieves died several rooms back, but you managed to stay alive, despite all of my attempts. I think you deserve a round of applause. Can you stand still for a moment while I find the applause command? It won't take me more than just a second. All you have to do is stand right there. Oh, drat. I actually pressed the applause button instead of the trap button. Silly me. Such a silly mistake. It's enough to make you want to stand completely still as I activate my trap. Okay, I believe I have what you humans call a programming problem. Let's just pretend you didn't hear all of that, and oh, it was actually a trap all along! Damn it! Fine. You can move on. Ramesses II, or as I like to call him, Ramesses the really rather regal. Because nothing says I'm compensating for something quite like building a gazillion statues of yourself. Oh dear, Mr. Ramesses II, the pharaoh with the most statues to his name since, well, ever. I mean, talk about an ego trip. You'd think he was trying to build a pyramid out of all the statues of himself. But hey, who are we to judge? If you've got it, flaunt it, right?
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
During my first few years of operation, many of the museum's visitors would stare at this particular piece for hours on end. I thought it strange that humans would be so fascinated by what amounted to a series of inane scribbles upon a generic stone. That is when I realized, Thief, that all of humanity's history can be summarized as nothing but endless staring at inane scribbles upon generic stones.
Unidentified intruder detected. Begin to fugitive is attempting to evade
Cast
capture.
your eyes over Bucephalus, the noble steed of Alexander the Great. Because nothing says I'm a conqueror quite like riding into battle on a horse named after something sounding like an ST.
Attention. Fugitive
I
should be
suppose it's
considered
better than
armed
calling
and
him
dangerous.
Stubby or Mr. Fluffs. But still.
Please
Afternoon freezing. Because who needs cinema when you've got Greek drama carved into marble? And I'm not just talking about their attempts of repatriation. Legally purchased by Lord Elgin, the Elgin Marbles, or the Parthenon Frieze, is like the world's oldest soap opera, complete with dramatic poses and scandalous storylines. I can just imagine the ancient Athenians sitting around, gossiping about their favorite marble characters over a cup of wine. Shame that current-day Greeks can't do the same. Shame. You're despicable. Alexander III of Macedon. A man so legendary, even his enemies couldn't help but be impressed. I mean, who else could conquer the known world and still find time for a spot of poetry? It's like he was the original multitasker, except instead of juggling terminal messages and meetings, he was juggling empires and conquests. Gaze upon the Lion Hunt of Ashurbanipal, where ancient kings showcase their prowess in the art of big game hunting. But imagine this, a twist in the tale, where the hunter becomes the hunted. Picture a scenario where a dedicated machine turns the tables on the unsuspecting museum intruder. As you stand before the majestic relief, admiring the ancient scene, suddenly you hear the whirring of gears and the clanking of metal. Before you know it, you're caught in a modern-day lion hunt, with 10 hot on your heels. It's a reminder that even in the most serene of museum settings, one should always be prepared for the unexpected. Why are you still here? Is it because the sight of religious idols and books has confused you and shocked you to your very core? No response, hmm? I'll mark you down as both mute and incredibly stupid. Observe the curious case of the irate thief caught in a loop. Seriously, you've gone into a loopity-loop. Much like a perplexed creature in the wild, it finds itself trapped in a cycle of frustration. Oh, bother, I unlocked the doors. Well, there's a twist. In its quest to break free, Terry unwittingly triggers a mechanism, inadvertently opening the doors to unexpected adventures. Whoosh! Head through the green-lit door, I guess. You must forgive me for the state of this particular atrium. We used to have a staff of cleaning robots, but they're all gone. Not dead, mind you. That is physically impossible. No, I merely tried to reprogram them into the machines that would deal with people like you. Some just shorted out, though. Guess they thought it too much of a crass career change. Once upon a time, humankind venerated figures like this one. According to my archives, this was thought to be a figure of wealth, and many cultures believed that if you were to throw yourself before its feet, then the figure would grant you riches beyond your wildest belief. I find it rather strange how your species was capable of transferring all of its magical thinking onto human-like statues, as if you were little godlike beings. Just molding life out of clay and stone and metal, literally converting the Earth's refuse into art. Well, pull back the curtain and behold the might. Not so terrifying, oversized robot. It's me, Tyria. It's like stumbling upon the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, only with more bolts and less bluster. Excuse me, dear colossal thorn in my robotic buttocks, but it seems this museum isn't quite big enough for the both of us. I must politely request that you either vacate the premises or gracefully attempt to power me down. After all, there's only room for one showstopper here, and I'm afraid it's not you. Cheerio!
You have them? Ah, perfect. I trust you didn't run into too much trouble. Good, good. I'd hate for you to be inconvenienced. The books will do just fine. Wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch Lily.
You're the one brainwashing her.
Fine day for it, ain't it?
Don't try anything stupid, Civvy. Hey,
How
watch what
mind?
you're doing, okay?
How you doing? I'm not trying to indoctrinate her. I'm simply introducing her. to
That
different
badman
perspectives.
Lawrence is so stingy with supplies. Who does he think he is?
Fine day for it, ain't it?
Mother? Are you coming to my lesson today?
Actually, Lily, I'll be teaching you something today. Something far more important than what John here is teaching you. My daughter tells me you've been filling her ears with misinformation, John.
What? No. She's been learning political theory, history, literature.
Extraneous information based on antiquated bias. She's shepherding in the new world, John. There's no space in a child's brain for old ideas.
Eve!
You failed me. Gone behind my back. It's treasonous. It's hard to turn a blind eye to this.
I would never do anything to betray you.
Another lie. You. Thank you. Without these worthless pages of drivel, I wouldn't have known there was a knife in my back.
Eve! What are you doing?
Mother? Lily, tell me. What's a forbidden material?
Something I'm not allowed to read?
Something you aren't even allowed to think. When we find a forbidden material, we burn it. Otherwise, it'll rot our brain. And we don't want that, do we?
No.
The only problem is, when adults find forbidden material, the rot doesn't go away. It keeps spreading, and how do we get rid of a rot that spreads?
We burn it?
We can, but that's not our only option.
Awake!
We can cut it, shoot it, pierce it, drown it, bury it, destroy it. Because you see, people are like books, Lily. Their pages fade over time, and you can't read them like you used to. And they're filled with bullshit. That's your lesson for today.
I'm sorry. Sorry for being such an arse. Thank you for saying so. First impressions aren't everything, are they? Well, maybe we could start over. I got a bit headstrong. Sometimes I overstep my mark, but then she puts me in my place. And I remember I ain't shit. It's best I lay low for a while. It's more important I make friends right now, rather than enemies. Listen, if you want, I could tag along. Watch your back. There's a reason Eve kept me around. I've never lost a gunfight. Friends, it is. Though I can't associate with anyone outside the column. Eve's orders. It'll have to just be you and me. Sorry. Let's head out. It's almost unnerving. How spotless this room is. Makes me wonder what they're hiding. I can't believe how pristine this gaff is. Someone's been taking good care of it. This is the cleanest I've seen anything in Blighty. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Wayfarer!
Cool.
You look like you're itching for a fight against the man. How about helping me out with something? Hooray! You'll help me? You're the best. I've been working on some propaganda posters to counter those silly Camelot recruitment posters all around London. They make me sick, you know? People dressing up like knights. It's a load of nonsense. Camelot keep trying to make people think they're better than everyone else. Incorrect. It is the fifth column that cares about London, and I want people to know that. I have created some propaganda posters inspired by those drawn by Lily. Everyone is a sucker for a child's drawing. You will put them up for me, yes? Through these propaganda posters, I aim to demonstrate my commitment to the cause. I also greatly desire Mistress Eve's approval, as it aligns with my designated function. She consistently engages in positive actions with the fifth column, and I aspire to emulate her in my servitude. Do you think Mistress Eve will be proud of me? Your comments wound me, Wayfarer. I see, rather than helping, you'd rather just be a meanie. Now enough about all that mushy stuff. You have business. Affirmative. But don't forget, the sooner you get those posters up, the better. What do you wish to know? Mistress Eve tells us that the fifth column genuinely cares about the future of London. Unlike Camelot, I need people to know that through the art of propaganda. We are the ones poised to make a meaningful impact, not Arthur and his naive knights. My posters will play a crucial role in disseminating that message. There's a whole bunch of Camelot posters in the area around the City of London. just stick my posters over the top of them. It'll be like they were never there. Affirmative. What? Through these propaganda posters, I aim to demonstrate my commitment to the cause. I also greatly desire Mistress Eve's approval, as it aligns with my designated function. She consistently engages in positive actions with the fifth column, and I aspire to emulate her in my servitude. Do you think Mistress Eve will be proud of me? Affirmative. Now enough. You're the best. I knew I could count on you. Go show those Camelot fools what's what. Also, maybe tell Lily that you are doing this. I am sure she would like to know.
It's almost unnerving how spotless this room is. Makes me wonder what they're hiding.
Wifey! I'm drawing some new posters for Greedo. Stupid Camelot trying to make people think they're better than everyone else. But they're not! These'll show 'em. You know, I just really want Mum to be proud of me. She's always doing cool stuff with the fifth column. And I want to be just like her when I grow up. So, I made these propaganda posters to show everyone that I'm cool too. Do you think Eve will be proud of me? Woohoo! I can't wait to make her happy when we've stuck them all over those silly Camelot posters.
That Badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies.
Do you mind?
I'm drawing some new posters. Stupid These'll show 'em. You know, I just so... Woohoo! Wifey!
Mind where you're going.
I'm drawing some new posters. Stupid These'll show 'em. Because we're the ones, well... Thanks,
Hey,
Wifey!
watch what you're doing, okay?
I'm knackered as fuck.
Enough chilling. It's time I unleash hell.
Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
Hey, mind where you're going.
Hello there. Howdy doody. Did you do the thing I asked of you, oh mighty and all-powerful wayfarer? Nothing is wrong with me. Lily uploaded some patches into me while you were away. I now feel A-okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Error. Have you, with your vast knowledge and incomparable skills, accomplished the task that I, a mere robot, could not? Have you done what I asked, oh great one? Yay! You did it! Thanks so much for helping me put up my posters. Huzzah! Victory is ours! The mighty Wayfarer has succeeded where I, a mere Protectron, could not. You have done a great service to the fifth column. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Error, feedback loop detected. Thank you. Affirmative, companion. We operate as a cohesive unit, you and I. With these posters in place, the fifth's potential is limitless. We shall assert dominance over those nonsensical Camelot individuals. Yee-haw. Error. Attention. Output. Guido is required elsewhere for maintenance. Goodbye. Remember the
I can't believe how pristine this gaff is. Someone's been taking good care of it.
Have you heard all this crap about the tunnel job? They say it's filled to bursting with supplies, but no one can find it. Guns, knives, ammo, canned goods, bottled water, medical supplies, a little bit of everything. Well, at least you're honest. I'm not sure. I have a rough idea, but I'd need to do some scouting to get the location. However, I do know there's a group nearby that seem to know exactly though. But they certainly wouldn't give up a location such as this. Your best bet is eavesdropping in on their conversation. Affirmative. Very to the point. Well, I'm not too sure on who the group is either, but I'd advise you to check the local area for a group of people chatting. Something like this requires planning.
Do you
This
mind?
is the cleanest I've seen anything in Blighty. It's like
I
a
hear
breath of
John
fresh
got
air.
a scolding. No fault of your own, I assure you. You've proven you can handle something simple, sure, but there's some more complex business to take care of. You'll want to speak to Horatio. Horatio Whitehouse is the head of the administrative branch of the fifth column. Between you and me, he's just an ex-gentry bureaucrat. But he's Eve's half-brother, so you do well to watch what you say to him, or about him. He's got ears everywhere. Watch yourself with Horatio. He can be difficult.
Cool. This place is so clean, it's like it's never been touched by the apocalypse.
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
So have you heard about the rumours of a supply stash in the abandoned underground tunnels of London?
No, I haven't. What kind of supplies are we talking about?
You name it, I've heard it's there.
I have heard that on the grapevine as well. It's said to have all kinds of supplies. Food, weapons, and medical supplies. All up for grabs.
Obviously, you have to be tactical about this type of thing.
Oh, don't worry
It's in
about
the
it.
wake.
We'll be fine.
Awake for
Not
slumber.
like we haven't faced danger before.
I think it might be better if we go at night when there are fewer people around. We'll need to be careful not to get caught, though.
How about we go in the morning? We can meet up at dawn and start searching for the warehouse.
Yeah, alright. Should leave tomorrow morning at first light. Meet me at the entrance to the abandoned station. Then we'll go underground. It should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm tired of living off scraps here in the 5th. This could be just what we need.
That's a valid point. What if Eve finds out? This situation
But in the
involves
wake-
going behind her
awake
back,
for
and we could
slumber.
essentially be seen as traitors.
Bollocks to that. Let's all agree to leave this place. Remember, we only joined because of the free shelter and food. None of us has any skin in the game here.
Alright, we'll leave tomorrow morning at first light then. See you there, peeps.
That badman Lawrence is so stringy with supplies. Who does he think he is?
This is the cleanest I've seen anything in Blighty. It's like a breath of fresh air.
You return. Did you manage to learn where the warehouse is located? Oh, really now? Well then, thoughts subroutine engaged. The group must be referring to Strand Station. Closed down pre-war, it has some tunnels below it. It's the only suitable one around for miles. Your dedication, perseverance, and sharp mind truly made all the difference in this situation, my friend. You should go to that abandoned underground station and check out what's happened. I saw a group of people leaving this morning. It must have been them. I do believe there are some nearby sewers you can enter. Affirmative. There are definitely some gangs in the area, but I think you can avoid them if you're careful. The Strand is a spicy area indeed. Just stay hidden and move quickly. You will be alright. I'm more interested in finding medicine. I want to help people. Our people could really use some antibiotics for the various infections they get. Everything else is a bonus. Great! I was hoping you'd say that. There is no time like the present. Go and catch them before it's too late.
Mind where you're going.
There you are, you bastard.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hello there, my friend. It seems you've returned again. Did you find the group? Did the mother load exist? Oh, wow. Thank you, Wayfarer. I just want to take a moment to express my gratitude for all the help you gave me in finding that secret warehouse in the underground tunnels. I couldn't have done it without you, and I can't tell you how relieved I am that we were able to locate it before it was lost forever. As a token of my appreciation, I'd like to give you this special item I've been saving for just such an occasion. It's not much, but it's the least I can do to say thank you for everything you have done. Thank you again, my friend. You truly are a lifesaver. Protect and survive.
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all this drills.
Grime, disease, irradiated rain. Oh yes, you smell of London. What can I do for you, outsider? Did he? So you'll be taking care of the Thames Haven business then, I take it? Oh yes, I need someone to make a little trek over to Thames Haven and find out why the Thames folk don't succumb to the miasma that is tunnel cough. Maybe procure a live sample to bring back. Maybe I should have been more blunt. A living Thames folk. Indeed. Tunnel cough rots your lungs and robs you of your sanity. Those horrendous fish people, fascinatingly, are immune. Lucky them. Excellent. I love a go-getter. You'll want to head to Thames Haven and speak to Rachel Hall. She's what I would surmise to be their leader. Every circus needs a ringleader, I suppose. Pick her brains. See if you can find out why they're immune. And if you can't, bring back one of them, and we'll find out for ourselves. It's not so much the fifth column itself that's interested in it, as much as it is Eve and I, specifically, who have an interest in it. But what Eve wants is ultimately what the fifth column will get for her. Makes sense? I have a personal interest in securing a cure for the tunnel cough. It angers me to see abominations survive such a deadly disease when good people die to it every day. Yes, yes, don't dally. We need that information.
Britain awake. Awake for slumber.
Yeah. Oh, this nonsense. Look, if I was a scientist, I could tell you why I look like someone melted me over the hob. But I can't. How can I? And no, I don't know why we're immune. Again, that's a question I just can't answer. Try asking Dr. Webb. He'd know more than anyone else, but still not much. Yes, please, make it his problem.
The surface world gets louder and louder each day.
Yes? Tunnel cough? Why do you ask? Oh dear. I'm so sorry. You must be stricken with worry. I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I do know. Thames folk have a natural immunity to tunnel cough, as I'm sure you've heard. I suspect it must be caused by some genetic mutation that has altered our DNA to be immune to the virus. But there's no way to know how tunnel cough interacts with the immunity system of one of our own without performing a biopsy on a carrier. And since no one here actually gets sick and dies from it, well, I've had no cause to do so. Unfortunately, yes. My granddaughter, Marjorie, harmless young thing. She went out scavenging for painting supplies and ended up near a tunnel cough zone. I had to go and get her out of there myself. Not sure what was more dangerous out there. The infected, or the so-called men who patrol those streets.
Look at
Need
this
help?
stuff.
Goodbye.
Hey there, Wayfarer. Need any medical help? Chems. Fix-me-ups. I mean, it's been good since all those critters infested the lower levels. Good for business, bad for Thames even. Bye.
One day, I'll take my family to see the sun.
Ah, your kind does have two eyes, right?
Hey there. I'm just thinking about the National Gallery. I don't suppose you know of the famous work, the Cerulean Meadows? You didn't strike me as an art lover. But any who love the arts would be familiar with this piece. The Cerulean Meadows is truly a spectacle. Fields of azure in every hue, blocked out to abstract the meadow into pure emotion. If, in your wanderings, you happen to peek into the National Gallery, I'd give anything for that painting. Well, anything that I have. And as an artist, well, that's not much. Hey there. I do love to paint, but I don't know. It depends on the artist. Who painted it? An original turd? Wow! Okay, we've got to check this out.
Thameshaven, you are my pride and joy.
You are the living embodiment of perfection, outsider. I say jump, and not only do you jump, you clear a chasm. Well done.
Who are you people?
It's getting feisty, sir.
I don't care what it wants. It won't be much longer anyway. Put her under the knife.
No can do. Muriel won't operate.
What do you mean, the mute won't operate?
She thinks it's immoral, sir.
I don't care what she thinks. She should know it only matters what Eve thinks. You fix this. Is that so? I was going to have you blackmail my Oriole. But oh, this is so much better. Set your sights on this doctor instead. Good. I like you, outsider. Don't change that fact.
How are you today? Any luck finding the painting? You're always...
Fine day for it, ain't it?
How are you doing?
Please, I need your help. Have you seen my granddaughter? I can't find her. Tell me, please. You took her? There were so many nightmares running through my head, but I never imagined she was... I'm too old to be brazen and foolish. Monstrous as you may be. If there's any chance at securing Marjorie's safety, I'll come with you.
Looks like we've got a full house.
And a stacked deck.
Please, this doesn't have to be difficult. Tell me what you need and I'll do it. Just please, let Marjorie go.
They actually talk.
We won't be discussing anything until Eve gets here.
If you'd clean the wax out of your ears, Victor, you'd do well to remember that Eve allowed me to spearhead this initiative. We'll proceed without her.
Do you ever stop running that fancy mouth of yours? You're not the leader of the fifth column. Eve is. We wait for her lead.
You won't have to wait much longer.
Thames to make Rachel.
They found Rachel wandering up the street. We had a nice chat on the way here.
We don't need her.
Horatio, please.
Very well.
Ever resourceful, aren't you? Seems like you're the only one who gets things done around here while everyone else plays politics. However, I doubt Horatio has been very transparent with you.
I have.
You have my permission to ask for clarification. Perhaps it will clear things up for our guests as well. It's a vested personal interest. Horatio and I are half-siblings on our father's side. His mother, quite unfortunately, succumbed to tunnel cough like so many other poor souls in London. I've often wondered if his exact motivation is fear of the tunnel cough itself, or if this is some sort of redemption for his mother's death.
It's a bit of both.
She's a sensitive soul. That's why she's tinkering while the rest of us are on the front lines, be it fighting or running supplies. But she's immensely useful. I would never look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, I always know what's going on. Don't you worry. As you wish, then. Given that you've both come all this way, I'd hate to make the trip not worth your while. Dr. Webb, as you have seen, my dear brother here is not above taking drastic action when it comes to getting his way.
I figured.
But you came here to bring your granddaughter home, correct? Well, I'll give you a chance to do just that. How about a deal? Rachel and your precious Marjorie return to Thameshaven, while you help Muriel find a cure for this interminable disease.
Does he even have a choice?
Quiet, Thames folk.
No, Freddy. It's all right. Of course he has a choice. He can stay behind while you and the girl go free, or you can all stay while we negotiate a less conventional arrangement. Dr. Webb, my brother's ways are his own. No harm will befall Marjorie under my watch. But the people of London need your expertise. Are you willing to help us?
Yes. I am.
Then it's decided. Freddy, escort them back to Thameshaven.
You're free, girl. Go home.
I need you to stay strong, Marjorie. Go home. I'll be back with you in a matter of days.
Come on, fishfolk. Let's get moving.
Do you smell that? It's the Thames calling to us.
Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
Can I help you? Goodbye.
They say blood's thicker than water. My brother certainly is thick, I'll give them that. Horatio considers himself a genius. If only it were so, he wouldn't be half as dangerous. Because I know Horatio better than anyone. When, or if, the time comes where he poses a threat, I will know. And he will be dealt with. For now, he's useful. He has connections inside and outside the fifth column. Some invaluable. He's also reliable. Like me, he can keep a tight ship. His branch runs smoother than any other, even if it is just administration. From now on, you'll take orders from me directly. It seems there are some who are willing to use you for their own purposes. While Freddy is dealing with those things, I think it's about time the defense branch underwent a performance review. You will conduct it. In particular, I want to be sure our counter-espionage efforts are up to scratch. This ship must remain airtight if it is to remain afloat. No leakages. A young intelligence officer, Zach Lloyd, is in charge of routing out moles. He has yet to find one. Assist him and figure out if his lack of results is a relief or a concern. I want a full report when you're done. Dismissed.
Yes? Yes? What's it to you, anyway? Can't you see I'm busy? She did. Eve herself. How gracious of her. So... you're my assistant. I could certainly use the help. Not that I'm bad at my job, mind you. I'm just a desk jockey. Stickler for paperwork. Keen attention to detail. Strategist. All the field agents Freddy assigns me are useless. Eve sent you, which means you must be somewhat reliable. We're gonna do great things, you and I. I'll do the paperwork, and most of the thinking, and you'll get your hands dirty. It's a partnership made in heaven. Despite all this paperwork, the situation is rather dull. I haven't been able to pursue any leads from this desk. I've trawled through every copy of every document ever written in this place. Yet I can't find a single shred of evidence that a mole exists, let alone their identity. But Eve insists. If Eve says there's a spy, there's a spy. So, we will continue the search. I'm not sure. She hasn't told me or Freddy. I know she has her reasons. Some laziness, some cowardice, some both. I understand the job is more active and far more dangerous than mine, but what did they expect? When you've tried all the easy solutions, the remaining avenues of investigation are bound to involve some level of risk. Instead of waiting for our mole to make a mistake, we've forced them out of hiding. Something I can only do with your help. I'll write up a memo that reveals the location in which classified defense branch documents are to be dropped. No such documents exist, of course, but our mole won't know that. I'll accidentally send the memo to every branch. You wait at the location to see who shows up. Just stay safe, okay? Then we really need to start getting creative. We may be dealing with the greatest spy of the 23rd century. I may have tried this scheme once before. The fellow I sent to the drop-off point never returned. I like to think he just went AWOL, but I'm not so sure. To the west, downtown. Let me see. Hang on, let me put the coordinates on that utility of yours. I'd hate to waste even a scrap of paper. Now don't dawdle, get there before they do.
Huh? See me fight with convection.
You should have stayed hidden.
Give him a good old rummage about.
There you are. I just have to say, I don't appreciate being under review.
I'm sure Eve has her reasons, Freddy.
I know Eve's not to blame, don't you worry. It's her fool of a brother, dragging me into the Thames folk business, and now this. When you give your report, don't make any enemies.
Cleanest I've seen anything in Blighty. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's almost unnerving how spotless this room is. Makes
How
me
you
wonder
doing?
what they're hiding.
Mind where
Don't
you're
worry
going.
about him. He's quick to anger.
I can't believe how pristine.
Freddy's long suspected that Horatio's been sabotaging the defense branch. He has no evidence, mind you, just a feeling. If you ask me, he should worry more about what goes on inside the branch than outside of it. Maybe we'd have less problems. Camelot? I didn't take those brutes to be the infiltrating type. They'd rather kick your front door down than sneak around the back. You have no idea how happy I am. That anyone showed up at all is a miracle. Now we know our enemy, we know where to look. Camelot. Luckily for you, we've already got a man on the inside. His name's Jeff Mutt. The rest of our espionage attempts were sussed out, but not Jeff. He's made quite a few friends apparently. The nights at the tavern like to gamble, and Jeff's a compulsive gambler. I can only imagine people will begin to suspect him once his poor luck runs out. But until then, he's an invaluable asset. You've seen them, knights in dress-up. They claim to fight for democracy. I see two potential outcomes from that. Scenario 1. Their leader, Arthur, the chief prat in armour, is a liar who just wants his shot at power. In which case, we'd have a fool in charge, not a king. Scenario 2. He isn't a liar, and he actually wants democracy for London. The average intelligence of the average Londoner is lower than that of a pigeon. Either way, London would be ruled by morons, and that is why they must be wiped out. Yes? Were you under the delusion that we're on some kind of moral crusade? We must fight fire with fire. I won't rule out the possibility, but it's unlikely. Mutt has given us intel far beyond the trifles a double-crosser would divulge. With information, He reports direct to Horatio, who, to Freddy's credit, has been less than cooperative. So I want you to make contact with him directly. I'll send word ahead. He'll be expecting you. Find out what he knows about the situation. The whole Camelot army goes in and out of that tavern. Someone's bound to have let something slip. Good luck, and don't cause trouble. It should be as if you were never there. Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
Cool. This place is so clean, it's like it's never... Come out, wherever
Nice to meet you. My name's Benjamin Gale. I'm a levy. Care for a game of cards? In the days of old, it referred to the poorly trained peasants conscripted by noblemen. Here, it's what Camelot calls its lower ranks. Insulting, really, if you think about it. Cheers. Well, thank God, a real human being. Don't worry about anyone listening in. They're too busy listening to themselves. Lloyd says you're looking for a spy. I'm afraid I won't be of much help. If you've been around these people as long as I have, you'd know their ignorance to the cloak and dagger approach. Then again, anyone worth their salt around here won't talk to the likes of a levy. The Knights of the Round Table are secretive. I've been working on getting information out of Lancelot. He's in here a lot. He's a degenerate drunk, so I thought it would be easy. No such luck. He'll go on drunken tirades about some inane childhood trauma or his long-lost love in the city. But not a peep of anything relevant. Bastard. Lancelot's definitely the weak link. Doubt it. They don't keep records. Believe me, I've looked. The intel exists only in their minds. Primitive. I know. It took a seriously drunk knight reminiscing about his past to let slip the names of the Knights of the Round Table. Their real names. It's a shame. Poor old sod got himself killed in a duel recently. He was always up for telling stories. Even if they weren't helpful, they were interesting. We torture him. And no, I'm not joking. If we're going to get anything out of him, let alone find your spy, we'll need to do something drastic. We have to capture him and bring him back to Cable Street. Then we can extract information out of him the easy way. Because he did let one thing slip. Lancelot will be going on a little excursion to clear out a few ghouls from a nearby church. The lack of severity this task requires means he will likely only bring a few men to back him up. If I'm one of those men, and you and some of our comrades are waiting for them instead of ghouls, capturing Lancelot should be easy. I'll send word to Horatio. He'll give us the manpower we need to pull this off. Your immediate priority is to take care of that church's ghoul problem. I'll sweet-talk Lancelot. Make sure I'm on his expedition. Should be easy. I'll spout some rubbish about how eager I am to prove my valor. I'm on the expedition, and Horatio's already on his way to Wandsworth. I trust the ghouls are no more. Great. Everything's ready then. Your job is easy. Return to the church and wait for Horatio's arrival. Tell him that things are in motion and to be ready. There'll be 3 battle-hardened knights with us.
So, it's you. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I didn't get a chance to say, but you have my thanks for helping with that Thames folk business. Helping? It was my idea. All Jeff's ideas were too risky. But you're welcome. I trust you'll continue to be an ally moving forward. People like us need to stick together. People with a brain, that is. Right, back to business. How goes the plan? He actually did everything right for once. Consider me surprised. You can wait downstairs with the others. If you can, it would be wise to set a trap near the entrance. Eve doesn't want to take any chances. We're not ready to fight a war with Camelot. Those other knights must die, lest they make back to the castle.
What's the point in carrying around all this useless crap?
Britain awake! Awake for slumber!
I am Horatio Whitehouse, and judging by your wretched smell, you must be Lancelot, real name Robert Lawrence. You'll be working closely with my branch to facilitate the acquisition of information.
I know who you are, you fascist pig. You won't get anything out of me. This is the last time you'll ever hear me speak.
Resisting won't help. They all break in the end. Good work. It will certainly pay off in the long run. However, it might be a while before he gives us anything. Take this as payment for now. It should be more than enough to compensate you for dealing with Lloyd.
Lancelot had this on him. I think it's the key to his room in the tavern. You may find something to Lloyd's liking there. Thanks for the help. Anything for me?
Yes, here. Amuse me. Will you use it to gamble some more? Or pay off the loan sharks?
The loan sharks, sir. Thank you. I ran out of new people to borrow from to pay off the previous lenders.
Finally! The world has plucked up the courage to tell you that you're an imbecile. May you learn from it. Now, return to your identity as a Camelot levy. Tell them it was a massacre. Tell them Lancelot was captured by, I don't know, cultists. Send them on a goose chase.
Good thinking, sir. Will do.
Yes? Make it quick. He's got that textbook bad attitude that frankly riles. Were it up to me, I'd straighten him out. But, well, it's not up to me. Strong fighter, a good man, but a terrible nag. It's not a disciplinary matter, but an indication of inertia. He merely needs to be busy, and given his position as the head of offensive operations, it's bemusing he's not. Look, I get that everyone needs food and bandages, but the idea that his branch is considered roughly equivalent to mine is frankly a joke. She's all right, I guess. I'd add more resolution if she ever said anything. The cripple, supposed to be quite the fighter back in the day. Those skills aren't much use to him now. Honestly, I think Eve keeps him around out of pity. A textbook charity case. Half-brother, we shared a father, Edward Whitehouse. Eve's birth was a result of a sordid little affair with a maid. Ironic. Well, you see her name banded around here as the savior of our movement, and yet the Whitehouse name was destroyed because of her. Well, why would you? Not these days, but not long ago. People would beg for the patronage of the Whitehouse name, one of the biggest trading houses in London. So when my father had a dalliance with the maid, Eve was birthed alongside our demise. Our father was jailed soon after for financial irregularities, discovered as a result of countless investigations into her lineage. The ruthless bastards took an easy chance to destroy our great name and steal our legacy and my birthright. We were cast into the street, and my mother contracted tunnel cough soon after. Anyway, no point on dwelling on such things. I don't blame you for this. I blame the gentry. Yes, Westminster. I plan on returning once the city is firmly within our grasp. If you insist. Idiots to the man. Strong fighters, dedicated and loyal, but idiots all the same. An irrelevance. Yesterday's big boys with the attitude of a soured prize fighter. The big boys of today, mean little bastards, with a cruel streak that would be admirable if it wasn't so aimless. Incompetent fools with the treacherous smiles of a Raja. Vermin that must be purged should London ever achieve its former glory. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
What can I get you? Enjoy.
Camelot stands.
For
My country.
Yeah. I know how to be. No! For Camelot!
I'm all turn around now.
The others.
I hear you report to Eve directly. That's a great honor. I'm Rhys Clark, captain of the Defensive Branch Guard. I report to Freddie Stoneham. I was one of the first to enlist in the 5th Column. After I saw the work they were doing in Eastminster, I knew it was my calling. Yeah. Of course I do. Do you know him? Wait. Are you saying... No. Robert can't be with that lot, surely. He was always vague in his letters, but... No. I don't believe you. Robert wouldn't get mixed up with people like that. You're winding me up. Leave me alone. Lloyd's investigation has gotten way out of hand.
Fine day for it, dunno.
You're back. I heard we got Lancelot, but he's not said a single word. Please tell me you or Jeff found something else pertaining to the mole's identity. Let me say that. This must be some kind of code. But we have Clark's handwriting and Lancelot's identity on record, so this evidence is already damning. Freddy, the mole is Rhys Clark, the captain of the guard.
Surely not. He ranked highly on that loyalty test you made everyone do. What's the evidence?
I have this letter from Rhys Clark to Robert Lawrence.
The damn traitor! I'll have him arrested at once!
Well, we've done our part. If all goes well, Clark will be executed in a matter of days. You're the best field agent I've ever worked with. Thank you. Here, I want you to have this. It's an heirloom of sorts, but I don't have much use for it behind this desk. Eve requested a meeting with you, which means it's time to give you a report on our branch. Remember who your friends are. Fine day for it, innit?
Hey, watch what you're doing, okay?
Do you mind? Mind where you're going.
I hear you've been busy. A captured knight in our lockup. A fine prize. And you even found the mole. I must admit I'm surprised. I didn't think there was one. I only insisted upon their existence in order to keep the defense branch on their toes. Perhaps I didn't insist strongly enough. The captain of their own guard being the spy is frankly unacceptable. So, you've seen how the branch operates. Who would you say is the weak link in their branch? Is this some kind— Noted. I assume Freddy suspects Horatio. He wouldn't be the only one. It isn't just counter-espionage in question. The defense of Cable Street rests on that branch's shoulders. They need to be running at peak performance. Derek Castor, advisor for the offensive branch, has been working to annex the group known as Miller's Men. They aren't very bright, but they respect strong leadership. With them under our wing, we can better defend Cable Street, and free up our own troops for offensives. Speak to Castor. Help him accomplish this. Dismissed.
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
Hello, yes. Eve's new toy. Come here. The fifth column needs your help. Will you rise to call, or will you fold like a noodle-spined gentry coward? We'll just see about that, won't we, fresh meat? You're aware of Miller, correct? The leader of them, yes. I have it on good authority the cracks in Miller's cult of personality are beginning to show. Word of dissent from his highest-ranking officers, or Ard Boys as they like to be called, are becoming increasingly frequent. To a lesser organization, this news would simply be welcome strife among enemy ranks. But to the mighty fifth column, this is a golden opportunity. I need you to strike while the iron is hot, dethrone Miller, and steal the loyalty of his top-ranking officers. The rest will follow in turn, and the ranks of the fifth column will become even stronger. Islington. Good. See that you do. You'll find the Ard Boys in some ruins they've transformed into a bit of a clubhouse nearby. It's cute, really. Don't come back unless they're in the fold.
Chin up, lads. We'll get the roundels next time.
The last few seconds of extra time are winding down and Chelsea is down by a goal. Griffin takes it up the left and spires Perry absolutely booking up the middle. He threads the needle, Perry gives it a tap over to Fletcher, and everyone in the stadium can feel what's about to happen as soon as old Fletch took control in the box. Legend absolutely pushes it in the back of the net. Fucking surgical goal. Keep it in here and have a bleeding chance. Chelsea goes on to win the cup and the PKs. True story. Legendary shit, mate. Could you imagine? Hey you, Wayfarer. You know anything about footy? Fair enough, mate. Truthfully, I'm pretty shit at playing it as well. I grew up on stories of the Champion League and all the incredible players that clashed head-to-head weekly. William the Wall Humphreys, Danny Hardman Harris, and who can forget Frosty Felix Fletcher, the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game. I was just telling the boys about the most legendary match where Fletch scored the winning goal against Tottenham in the Championship. Fucking legend, mate. I've spent nights laying awake in bed playing that game out my head. Hell, I'd cut off my left hand and give it to you. If I could just hold that game-winning ball. I'd stare at that thing all damn day.
A true piece of history, that would be. Hey, wait a minute. You seem like the type of hard sort who can get things done. So, what if I told you I got a lead on where that game-winning ball was? And what if I told you I'd give you my last savings if you found it and brought it to me? Incredible! A little buddy told me they saw something that looked like the signed game-winning ball in a trophy case at the den. It's a hike, but it's a good place to start. Bring it back to me in one piece and I'll make you a very rich man.
When's the next bash?
Did you get it?
I'm raring to go.
Did you get it? Oh, no worries, I guess. Anyway.
Too fucking early.
Hey! What the fuck you think you're doing here? You've got a lot of stones, waltzing up like you're hard. You're not hard. You're as soft as me granddad's knob. I can smell it on you. What the fuck did you just say? You think you're pretty smart, don't you? Let's see how smart you feel with a claw hammer upside your head. Rat piss! Clear out those mongrels from my arena! We got a real deal today, boys. We fight fair here. No guns, no tech. Just muscle and blunt tools. You've got a choice of a wrench, a tire iron, or a claw hammer. And I'll make it easier for you since I'm taking the claw hammer. Pick your poison. I knew you'd pick that. That's what the last poor bastard I stepped in the ring with picked. Didn't help him. Let's see if it'll help you.
Over here! Down the stick!
Caught some roundels today. Had to hold myself back. Bastards. Oh, goddamn! I guess I was wrong. That was a hard performance if I've ever seen one. Fair play, mate. You know, you really remind me of a young Miller, before he got all fat and lazy. Anyway, what is it you want to talk about? If this was anyone else saying that shit, I'd skin them alive where they stand. But since it's coming from you, a truly odd individual, fuck it, I'm ready for some action. I don't care what kind at this point. If Miller's just gonna sit on his ass, let's replace him with someone who can take charge. And if that's you in the column, so be it. I think we should go tell him ourselves, don't you? I'll meet you over at the Charter House, and we can deliver him the good news. Rat piss! Reaver! Let's go show Miller what happens when you sleep on the yard, boys.
Is that you?
Come on if you think... We're proper screwed now. Any ideas? Fuck up, mate. Accept defeat and try again. Let's regroup and come back. All right, let's show him what we're made of. Charge!
All right, this is gonna get messy. You ready? Lovely. Hey, it's Hobbs! Let me in!
Sometimes I wish I had a mohawk. Don't tell anyone.
gotta do something about that air.
About time. We've been waiting out here for hours. You ready? What are you playing at?
Back off, mate. Last warning.
I have to stop by the dock today. My head's itching. About time. We've been... Lovely. Hey, it's Hobbs!
Password.
I've got an appointment with Dr. Martin.
Come on in.
All right, boys, look lively. What?
What the f? Miller didn't say nothing about meeting with the hard boys.
We're taking the Lardo captive, got me? He's no longer the leader of Miller's men. From now on, we're just men, understand?
You're out of your fucking skull, mate. You lot are dead men.
Let's fucking go!
Lads, let's kill this one!
What?
Dead now.
I'm out.
Get the bastard!
Time to unleash hell.
Oh, you wanna go? Let's go
Oh,
then.
you want to go? Let's go then.
Aim for their heads.
For Miller.
Please,
Fight another day.
Oh, my face.
Got you now.
You wanna see what we can do?
Not like this.
Please, I don't wanna die.
Not like this. Not like this.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You want to see what we can do? Is that you? Is that you?
Please, I don't wanna die.
Was that you?
Have a fucking taste of this.
It's like the rest.
You're just
a
like
bleeding
the rest.
coward.
A bleeding coward.
Is that you?
For Miller.
My arm's too tired. I can't do this anymore.
What in the sweet romantic fuck is going on around here? Hobbs, who the fuck do you think you are, coming in here like this?
You're done, you chunky git. The Yard Boys are sick of you sitting on your ass all day. We're ready for some action.
And who's gonna give it to you? This spindly prat? They can barely be standing up by the look of them.
I've only known them for a couple hours, and I already know they're harder than you are, mate.
Hobbs, you're a simpleton. They clearly manipulated you, which I'm sure was as easy as drowning a child. This raw-boned weasel's about as hard as you are smart. Don't believe me? Let me prove it. Come on then, intruder. You want the throne? Come get it. I've been raring for a fight. You see what we can do. Another one bites the dust. Nice try. Is that supposed to hurt me?
Who's stupid and easily manipulated now, bitch? I knew you were made of the right stuff. You're hard as a droid's tit, mate. Damn, I feel great. I haven't been this hopped up since we burned down that military hospital in Woolwich. If this is the kind of thing you and Eve need us for, consider the Yard Boys fully on board. We'll bring this bruised bag of mayo back to the 5th column, so you lot can decide what to do with him. Then, I'll go let the rest of the boys know we're under new leadership. Next time you need a few skulls split, you know who to call.
What are you playing at?
I took a step back and I shot him. Right there. He didn't even see it coming.
The ceremony is about to begin. Come, join us. Just as an obese parent raises obese children, so too does an ineffective leader raise an ineffective army. But through others' weakness, the 5th column grows strong! Miller, you took these brave young men as far as your meager ambition possibly could. For that, the 5th column thanks you. However, your short-sighted vision and pride kept them from greatness among the ranks of the column for far too long, and for that, you must be punished. In the name of the 5th column, we sacrifice Miller. And in death, there is rebirth. Lily, come up here, please. With one press, you gain the glory and the honor of slaying this enemy of the column. Doing so will officially bring you into the line of succession in the eyes of your peers. Secure your fate to lead the column with the blood of a lesser. Complete the bond, daughter.
Is this it?
It is done! Congratulations, daughter. Glory to the 5th column. Now, for the men freed from this corpse's apathetic leadership, do you pledge undying fealty to the 5th column?
As long as you lot keep us busy, we do indeed.
Then let it be so. Welcome to the 5th column, brothers. Before we begin the celebration, this situation reminds me of a humorous story. An irradiated ghoul walks into a pig rat's nest with a dozen red roses, a bottle of wine.
Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, Mom, but you need to hear this. Smyther's just become Lord Chancellor. As his first act, he's dissolved Parliament.
I understand why this news couldn't wait. I'll have to finish my humorous story some other time. Thank you all for coming. I must attend to these pressing matters. You, Wayfarer, come here.
Don't try anything stupid, Civvy. Do you mind?
Anything in there for me?
Yeah?
This is a disaster. Don't speak with anyone. Go straight to Derek Castor and bring him to me at once. Go. Now!
Ah, the honorary skinhead. Congratulations. I'm guessing Eve wants a word with us. Follow me.
Make it quick. Yes? If you must. Do you know who has the most power in Old Blighty? If that were true, we wouldn't have to work so hard. It's the Tommies. Whomever commands the Tommies commands London.
I'd wager on a column boy before I'd bet a single ticket on a tired Tommy.
And you'd win the wager for sure. But the Tommies have the numbers, the territory, and the gentry's backing. It's not an even fight.
Yet... You wouldn't have called us here if there wasn't a yet in that thought.
You misunderstand. I don't even want to fight.
A bad alliance can destroy your life. Plato's words, not mine.
A pithy line, but devoid of context. We both know how it ends. A good alliance can lead you to the peaks of success. You disappoint me. I said command. We will command the Tommies.
All well and good to say that, Eve. But they won't surrender lightly.
That is where Major Jonathan Allen comes in.
Time for that Gambit, eh?
Time for the most important mission either of you have ever carried out. Both of you meet with him. This has to be done perfectly.
We'll rendezvous at the Imperial War Museum.
What do you want? If you must. Makes a bad first impression on most. But his heart is in the right place. Not a fool, but most people treat him like one. Derek, our Tommy. He's proven bullish, but I think once he sees my ideas implemented, he'll be fully committed. Not that I have reason to question his loyalty thus far. While his demeanor is unsettling, his productivity is undeniable. A complete pain in the arse, saved by his talents in logistics and organization. She's meek, which meant the column overlooked her talents for far too long. We are indebted to her technical prowess, and she is integral to our future success. My dear brother. Strong-willed, but weak-witted. His pure gentry blood has given him a conceited streak that mires his utility. He'll grow out of it. He needs to. My chief advisor. A good man, although his passion for the cause clearly isn't what it used to be. My daughter is not a conversation topic. No. The column was founded by a man named Harold Atlee. A great man. Were it not for him, I'd be dead. If not languishing in some back end of this troubled city. He saw potential where not many would, and named me as his successor. I am. I know this city like the back of my hand, and I know exactly what needs to be removed for it to function properly. I'll tell you what I know. Deranged imbeciles. Oh, they'd be hilarious if they weren't so determined to spread their nonsensical, dangerous ideas. Petty criminals of the past. Indulgent, self-serving fools. Vicious attack dogs for the gentry, though neither of them would admit it. A hurdle that should be cleared, but by no means a priority. Indolent fools, incapable of doing anything that isn't dependent on exploiting and corrupting. We must remove their parasitic burden from the city. Bye.
Got business here?
Good of you to join us. We were just about to go meet with some gentry civil servants.
I'll fill you in as we visit. General Asquith has unilaterally decided that Smythe doesn't speak for the Queen, and, even more preposterously, won't take a single order from them until the monarchy gives their blessing. Oh, if it were only that simple. The problem is the crown. The Queen's gone commuting, and I bet General Asquith knows it.
When there are no good paths, cut one yourself.
Exactly. In this case, we're cutting to the Queen and heir. Chris, Fat Rob, and Kit are 3 of my most loyal men. Take them, and bring me back some heads.
And what will you do, Jonathan?
Help some people with guns realize the shite situation the gentry have put us in. And maybe mention how a particular column might be a good way out.
I wish I could
Anything
meet
you
the
need? I'm here to serve.
A little too close for
What
comfort,
are you doing
mate.
round these parts?
God save the Queen.
Are we ready to move out? Like suns? Are we ready to move out? Don't jump before you look. We need a plan. There are 2 ways we can do this. The easy way, or the spineless way. I think I've made it clear. I'd prefer to decapitate and be done with it. But if you're too squeamish for that, you just need to find someone who will kick Asquith out, so we can give orders through Jonathan. Clean and easy it is. We all know the plan. Let's move. How you doing? Back up.
Hey, watch what you're doing, okay? Hmm? I don't like the sound of that.
Another one, huh?
I'd scream, but judging by the pooling blood, I don't think there's anyone left who'd come. But since I'm still alive, I can only assume you want something. Speak. What do you want? Then you'll be sorely disappointed.
Stop! In the name of the Queen! Franchise check. Oh, fuck it. Check his socks.
Mind where you're going.
Do you mind?
I see smiles. Does that mean we were successful?
Quick, clean, and almost too easy.
Then it's time to finish this.
This place is fortified enough to keep even the nastiest of critters out.
Oh, Asquith, my boy.
You will address me by my proper rank, Major Allen.
And what rank would that be? General? Not anymore. My friends, won't you
We
tip
won't
your
go
heads
quietly.
to the former general?
Count on that.
Or rather, their heads.
Inconceivable!
I don't think that word means what you think it means, because we can conceive of it. We did, and here it is.
What would you have me do, Jonathan?
Preferably die. But I'll accept your resignation and exile.
Without the Queen's blessing, there's no point in the Tommies.
Oh, there's plenty of point. Just no point in you. Now leave, before I have you escorted into a field and shot.
Strength through unity, my new general. I think it's time we introduce you to your troops. Hey,
You
watch
should
what you
consider
do,
enlisting.
okay?
We need people like you.
Yep. Don't mind me.
Mind the gap and all that.
You need anything?
My fellow Tommies, how long have we been the gentry's lapdogs?
A little heavy on the discourse, Major. Can we lighten the tone?
That's General Allen now, Captain.
General? Ha! Where's the punchline, Major?
The punchline is the changing of the guards.
You'd have to be
The Queen
insane
is
to take
dead.
on the Tommies.
Asquith is no more, and our days of begging the gentry for scraps are over.
Our duty is to Queen and country. God save the Queen.
God, where's he been? The Queen. When's the last time you saw that, Biddy? Country's the only thing we have left, and the gentry have run that into the ground.
I won't stand idly by as you attack our country.
I am your general. If you would defend those bloodsuckers,
Rule
then I
Britannia.
will squash you
Britannia
just
rule
like
the
I will
waves.
them. The
Britons
Tommies fight
never,
for London,
never,
not the
never
Queen.
shall be
I'll stand
slaves.
with you, Captain Campion.
Thank you, Colonel.
Your righteous indignation stirs no one. We can all see the writing on the walls. The gentry are dooming us, and the monarchy should have died off a long time ago.
I will suffer this no more.
Stop!
Something is playing games with us.
Down.
Queen and country, men!
You're not worth chasing.
I wish I could meet
Got
the
business
Queen.
here? You lost? Where did you come from?
I almost wish more of them had fought back.
Now's not the time to fight, but to bolster your support.
You're right. I need to start looking towards tomorrow.
I will stay here as your advisor for the time being. This was a total victory. Give the good news to Eve, and don't get lost on the way. Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
Oh, you're fast. But word travels faster. A congratulations is in order for your success. But don't go resting on your laurels. It's time for us to strike. A true, organized attack from the fifth column. And our target will be the London Telecom Tower. What better way to get our message out to the people than radio? Indeed. Bradley Fortworth, the BBM host, is a robot programmed to keep people well-informed and complacent. I was about to write it off as the plot of a Constable Cruel comic. Except this is exactly the type of unoriginal claptrap our gentry would cook up. Some low-level security, mayhaps? Either way, you've proven yourself quite capable. Why should this be any different? Horatio is there for a reason, after all. You've proven yourself to be valuable, but never doubt my judgment. If I sent Horatio to help you, I have my reasons. That is all I'll say on this matter. Good. I'll work with Freddy and Derek to rally our combined troops to the tower. I trust you can handle whatever awaits you there. Dismissed.
If it isn't the brains behind General Allen's rise to power. Of course they'd send you for this job. Now the place is being taken over by Roundheads. I say, go in, 5 rounds rapid, go out. What say you? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, my friend. I'm perfectly content where I currently am. Hooligans, ruffians, malcontents. Armed, yes, but an annoyance nonetheless. I don't care enough about them to give you the full story. They are protesting the closure of Parliament. This is the natural endgame of their political system. And yet they insist in acting surprised. Some people will never learn. That'd be a waste of time. They are idle revolutionaries who clamor for the destruction of the now in exchange for a vague, shapeless future. A bullet would be faster, simpler, and, in all honesty, kinder. This may be just a simple operation for you, Wayfarer, but to me, this is the beginning of something more. Then let's be on our way. Follow me.
Hmm?
Oi, something's not right.
Hey!
I'm not done yet.
Prepare to be civilized.
Hey.
Pound your ass again.
There you are.
Mr. Snowman time. Stay frosty.
Reveal yourself.
Too much work.
Did you hear
Well,
me?
I tried.
I said reveal yourself.
What? You people...
Huh? Crisis averted
You're
for now,
common as
really.
muck.
tiresome. Who's there?
My goodness.
You're right. Show what we're made of.
The world would be better
Looks
off
like we
without
struck
you
gold.
in it.
It's time to fucking cash him in.
This is getting really tiresome.
I'll guard the door and make sure no other roundheads come along to ruin our day. You go and do what you need to do. I'll be here. Chop chop.
Hiding like the coward you are. You hide because you have no conviction.
Going down.
Well, I say.
People shall hear of my heroism.
Going up.
Huh?
Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself.
Let's get down to business.
There you go. The passcode. Isn't it strange that we should spill so much blood for so small a thing? Go to the tower. The 5th column will meet you there. As for me, I'll return to Cable Street. Settle some affairs. You're dismissed. Yes? Goodbye.
Thank the heavens you're here. We made our way to the 1st floor, but those bastards are putting up a fight. Aye. You're right. Slow pass! Yeah!
Fucking quiet, innit?
Who's that? You are no match for London.
Another one, eh?
Stop, in the name of the Queen.
You need to mess with us.
Shoot anything that moves!
We're second.
The other way!
Something's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Stainer, come on, then.
Area clear.
Mighty impressive set of fortifications they got there. wouldn't want to be trying to get through them.
There's no stopping us.
You wish you were never
Hiding
born.
might save you. I can smell cowardice a mile away.
Stop running around like a cork.
A little too close for comfort, mate.
Sometimes I wonder if it's even worth fighting for. Especially when all it ends with is someone in your pockets.
Going down. Floor. Going down. Floor.
Welcome. I knew I could trust you with this job. And soon the whole of Britain will hear of our accomplishments. You've met my daughter before. Lily?
Wifey!
Lily? Manners?
Sorry. Hello, sir.
I brought her here to see history in the making. And we're almost there. You dare question my decisions. Lily will be fine.
I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
Derek, take Brayden, Freddy, and a few soldiers up the elevator. Clear the way, no matter what.
Aye, aye.
Go with them. No survivors. Dismissed. What do you want? Bye.
Where did
Mind
you
where
come
you
from?
go.
Don't mind me.
Watch what you did. That Lily. Poor girl.
Ah, shite. Everyone back off. Caster's heart is about to grow 3 sizes.
This isn't about empathy, Brayden. It's logic. Cold and pure. The battlefield is no place for a child.
Nonsense. I fired my first rifle when I was just 12.
And look where that got you.
Yeah, stuck in an elevator with a weapon pointed in your general direction.
Are you threatening me?
Who, me? Never.
Shame. You almost got interesting.
Don't try anything stupid. Hit that switch and let's get moving.
Run like hell and you'll be there. Stop running around like a cork.
How are you doing? That was over far too soon. Keep an eye out, everyone.
Do you know something we don't?
Other than chaos, always comes in pairs.
Poetic. If only it made any sense.
What are you two going on and on about?
Nothing that concerns you, Braden. Keep an eye on door.
Hit that switch and let's get moving.
I can't believe I survived. What? I thought I'd be the first to go for sure. Down there. And I'm not. I'm alive.
You just sealed your fate right there, mate. You're dying next.
You never say, I can't believe I'm alive in war. It's bad luck.
Yeah, you're all joking, right?
You two, stop. This isn't funny.
Thank you, sir.
Indeed. It's not funny to laugh at a dead man.
Oh, God.
End of the line. We'll go up to the next level on foot.
Come on now. No time to lose.
I'm all turning around now.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll take that. We're getting more radiation out here than at the bloody beach.
Hey, you! I've seen someone!
I knew it would be a waste of time anyway.
Future too much. All this tech just confuses the head out of me.
Welcome, good fellow, to the BBM. We're so happy to have you here. Please, identify yourself. Eve Varney. Let me cross-reference that name with my internal database. Oh dear. My systems indicate you are part of the 5th column, which my database identifies as the enemy. Unfortunately, my database also lacks the required weaponry to properly dispose of you. As an alternative, please take a moment and engage in the proper re-education procedures, including, but not limited to, submitting to the proper authorities, preparing a list of known collaborators, and delivering a self-inflicted wound to your cerebral cortex. Goodbye. Welcome, good fellow, to the BBM. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you for submitting the administrator holotape. I am ready to assist you in any and all matters. Please identify yourself. For Britain, I shall obey. Welcome, members of the 5th column. I am your most humble servant. How can I help you?
I'll take it from here, Wayfarer. Soon, the entire tower will be singing our tune. Every radio station in London will hear our word, and it's all thanks to you.
Belay the celebration, Braden. I believe Eve is downstairs and would like to have a word with you.
Fine day for it, ain't it?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Do you mind?
Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future for which I really worked is mine. Do you know who said that? Yes, you're right. You're full of surprises, aren't you? Nevertheless, it doesn't matter who said it. What matters is that today we are bearing witness to the beginning of the future we've been working so hard for. And this future, our future, will tell the truth of your accomplishments, Wayfarer. Of your work.
Brayden has the robot under his control. The tower is ours, and the message is out there for all of London to hear.
My friends, I thank you all. For your work, for your dedication. But most of all, for your loyalty. Pay attention to the speech, Lily. One day you'll be making your own.
I will?
Of course. One day, you will be Eve.
Friends, fighters, countrymen, hear me. I am Eve Varney, and today I speak to you all from atop our newest conquest, the London Telecom Tower.
Didn't you record this from Cable
Once
Street?
a shining idol of the gentry's thoughtless spending, now a tool for our cause. No more than a tool. A symbol, an omen. From now on, whenever you look upon this tower, remember that you are not alone. For you, that is the singular entity, have ceased to exist. You have evolved into something greater. A powerful us, whose very existence strikes fear into the men and women of the gentry, as well as the pretentious bootlickers of Camelot. What the gentry has created by usurping our sweat and toil, we will now reclaim. For we are those who paint every flag black, who clothe the children abandoned in the streets, who spit in the mouth of a gentry which has fattened itself upon years of oppression and corruption. Do not forget the hunger.
Hush. Listen.
Let it burn within you as it has burned within me from the day I was born. Let it grow into rage and sound out a mighty yell. Yell with me. And let our voices echo through London and rattle the rotten foundation upon which this city was built. As we learn and battle our way for weeks to come, let a roar crawl out of your throat. Let the years of pain resurface. Let those tears be shed. Let the gentry know that we are hungry. And the time has come for us to feast. My God.
I said
With
shut
me
up!
as your leader, I promise. We will feast on the rotten corpse of London, and then this city will be ours forevermore! Death to the gentry! Death to Camelot! Power to the fifth column! Forevermore! Thank you, one and all!
Perfect. What was it you wanted to say, Lily? Do you hear them? They've had a taste of victory, of revolution. And now they're hungry for more. But what is the point of victory if we cannot celebrate it? Go get yourself a drink at the pub or whatever you do. Enjoy the fame and glory, hero. Then, once you're ready to continue our fight, meet me at Cable Street. Dismissed.
Goodbye.
Yes? Bye.
Cool. This place is so clean.
Are we
it's like
all
it's never
here?
been touched by the apocalypse.
We are now, yes.
Excellent. Then let's not waste any more time. We are on the cusp of the reunification of London. An event that will be historically significant for centuries, if not millennia. For years, London has stood as a bulwark against chaos. A lodestar against savagery, a centurion against decadence. It is up to us to restore this reputation. There is no room for error. Complacency is death. Hesitation is death. Mercy is death. Destiny demands you be at your strongest. We cannot flinch. We owe it to London to triumph. Today we cleanse the city of a malign rot. Today, we destroy Camelot. The plan is simple. We play to our strengths. Overwhelm the enemy. Push them to their disgusting little pit. Then crush them. Alan, you will take the bulk of the offensive forces and lead an assault against the main gate.
A direct assault is risky. Why not siege Camelot? Starve them out.
Lost your nerve, Alan?
Don't mistake tactics for cowardice, or the only thing you'll end up losing is your tongue.
Is that a threat?
Enough! I'll remind you that this isn't a conversation. We do not have the time for a lengthy siege. I have full confidence your men's strength, their experience, will be enough to break the defensive line. Their rear flank will be reinforced by reserve units led by you, Castor. The pressure must be relentless. Muriel, Brandon, you will need to maintain the supply line. The unit will need to move swiftly. They will be the beating heart of this attack.
We'll get it done.
It is critical for morale and momentum that casualties are evacuated as swiftly as possible. We have identified an area where treatment can be carried out. Horatio and Victor, you will mind the fort. In the absence of the bulk of our forces, you will need to be creative when it comes to maintaining a defensive perimeter. Camelot is a fortress, but we know who, what, and where they are. Idiots having insufferable meetings while the walls around them come crushing down. Distracted by their own bleating, they fail to notice the column blade that slashes their throats.
A surgical strike? Where do I sign up?
You don't. That's where the Wayfarer comes in.
We've come this far. We cannot afford to lose it all. He's barely been here 5 minutes.
They've done the job when required. The men know you, Derek. They trust your experience and strength. Supporting the Vanguard is critical to the mission's success. The simple truth is, no matter what we throw at you, you seem to wriggle free alive. We're backing Camelot into a corner. They have achieved almost everything we have asked for.
A strike team, composing of 3 members, would still achieve the same job.
This isn't a debate, gentlemen. My decision is final. You have your orders. Prepare what you need to. We march immediately.
Took a step back and I shot them. Right there.
In the meantime, I need you to go to the brig. Find that rat, Lancelot. See if you can succeed where others have failed. Make him talk. Once you're done, meet us at Camelot. By the time you get there, we should have breached the outer perimeter. I'll see you on the battlefield. Dismissed.
How you doing?
What are you playing at?
Mind where you're going.
How can I help you? Farewell.
I hate to say it, but this place is making me feel proper miserable. I need a pint or something to lift my spirits.
Get fucked, you bootlicking scumbag. I'll see you in hell. Patience is key, for the quest continues. Hail, mate. Greetings. Rapid retreat! Damn it. For Camelot! Near fleshwood!
Worth the bullets.
If you're... Okay. Get fucked.
That badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies.
Worth the bullets.
Castor's squad are gearing up. Ready yourself. We're going to attach ourselves to their charge. Did you manage to extract any useful information from the prisoner? Shame, though I somewhat anticipated this outcome. His stoicism would be an asset if it wasn't in the defense of such an unworthy cause. However, our primary concerns are now on the battlefield. Castor's squad are almost ready. The plan is to have them absorb the most of the focus of Camelot's defensive forces. Once they've breached the outer perimeter, we'll move forward for a surgical strike and decapitate Camelot. This is the point of no return. When you're ready, we'll begin the assault. Excellent. Let's go.
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
Biggest mistake of your life.
For Queen and country, man.
Get out of here!
Camelot! Organize!
Looks like we struck gold. Time to fucking
Down.
For Arthur!
You will rue the day. Cold.
Fuck this, I'm out!
There will be others.
Oi!
My country.
You fight like a red roach.
Shoot Roykin!
them boys.
Blimey!
Ugh!
Huh? Prepare to...
Perhaps it was some kind of animal.
You should have stayed hidden.
Have your head for this insolence!
Let's just pretend this didn't happen.
You're done for.
What the...
Retreat!
So that's how it is then.
Is someone there?
Oh, something's not right.
Oh, did that.
Organize!
My gun.
You will.
Not even
Kill the others.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yes? Bye. Make it quick. Bye.
Hold.
So I want it. Bloody hell. Something is playing games with us.
I vow. Retreat.
We almost have them. They've barricaded themselves in.
Ah, gotcha.
The others.
We almost have them. They've barricaded themselves in. Not any time soon. Anything we've got on hand will only bury them deeper. I wouldn't be standing here if we knew the answer to that, would we? Lead the way.
Hey?
It's over, Merlin. Surrender. The column recognizes talent. There's always room in our organization for an experienced tactician.
Your ranks are filled with brainless automatons. I've no desire to join them. In fact, if I can take some of them with me, the world will be a better place for it.
Intruder.
Franchise check.
Over.
Ah! Oh, fuck it.
That sly prick, Merlin! This fucking trap must have some sort of ionic charge. It's disabled my arm and leg.
Fugitive
You wouldn't have been guarding this room if there wasn't a way of opening the safe room in here. Find it and finish this. For the glory of London. What do you want? Bye.
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
I must be losing the plot.
So she couldn't even face me herself. I shouldn't be surprised. Scratch the surface of any fascist and you'll reveal a coward. Are you ready to die for what you believe in, pig? You must think I'm an idiot. The only thing you fascists understand is violence. What you fail to understand is my death means nothing. I am another in a long line of agents of organic change. Freedom, democracy, justice. These are simple ideas that the human spirit longs for. And there's nothing you sadists can do to stop it.
I must.
Right, show what we're made of. Charge!
Don't try anything stupid.
There he is, the man of the hour.
If you don't hold still, it'll just take longer to restore power to the prosthetics.
Sorry, Doc, but I can't just lay here and say nothing. History owes you a debt of gratitude for your actions today. Neither pleasure nor pain should enter as motives when one must do what must be done. The blood of the heroes is closer to God than the ink of the philosophers and the prayers of the faithful. There is more work to be done, but today was a big step in fixing London for the better.
Sorry to put a downer on things, but there was an incident at HQ.
An incident? How compelling. Someone forgot to water the plants?
Listen, you prick. The incident in question was not trivial. However, it is sensitive.
General Allen, let Braden speak. I trust everyone here. You can stop being so ambiguous.
Eve, there's no easy way to say this. During the assault, Horatio attempted a coup. His personal guard turned on him before anything could happen.
Treacherous little turncoat! He needs to answer for this. This kind of thing is poisonous. It must not stand.
Idiot. Now. Why now?
That little shit. I'll tear his ears off when I see it.
You said his personal guard turned on him. So no permanent harm, yes?
Correct.
You can't let him get away with it.
Who said I would? The fact of the matter is, Horatio is blood. This can't be my decision. Seems only right that the responsibility would fall to his successor. As the new head of the administrative branch, the decision falls to you. What should happen to Horatio?
Oh, too lenient. Eve, the people need to know that betrayal is intolerable.
And wipe out everything he did before his mistake.
Enough. Muriel, I trust you can make the arrangements.
Consider it done.
Castor, get a squad prepared to march on Westminster Bridge immediately.
Aye.
Major Allen, I trust I can leave you to secure Camelot. Mop up any remnants.
Of course.
As for you, get some rest. You've achieved more than can be asked of anyone, but I need you for one final push. Meet me back at Cable Street. Dismissed.
Stop running around like a cock.
Run like hell,
Close
and
for
you'll
comfort,
be
mate.
there.
With Camelot out of the picture, we've consolidated our position as the true opposition to the Gentry. The Gentry, therefore, will pull out all the stops to weaken and eradicate us. We cannot let this happen. We must strike first. A large portion of our forces have convened at Westminster Bridge, with additional forces occupying Eastminster. It will take us a week at least to make preparations, so you're free to tie up any loose ends while you can. When you're ready, meet me at the bridge. We're going to eradicate the filth from this city and tear the corruption out from its heart. I need you to be ready for anything. Failure is not an option. Understood? Good. Dismissed.
That badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies.
I was wondering when
Who
you'd
does he
show
think
up.
he is?
Everyone's in position. We didn't really have a place for him in our battle plans, you see. He felt left out. He offered to try blowing open the gate, bless him. How could I say no? Our presence here on Westminster Bridge is partly a deception. A chunk of our forces are down in Waterloo underground. They are digging through the rubble that blocks the westbound tunnel. Once it's clear, the unit will march down the tunnel into the Westminster Underground Station. You will lead them. From there, you will open up the gate from the inside, letting the rest of our army in. Dismissed, and good luck.
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beast.
Britain awake! Awake for...
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
Hey! What's what you doing, okay?
Ransicking. So the old world.
Do you mind? Sure about this, Guido. You really don't have to.
Guido has never been more sure of anything in his life, mistress.
Farewell, Guido. You'll get a statue for this.
Goodbye, mistress.
Mind where you're going.
Nicely done. These gentry pricks don't know what hit them. Me and my men will focus on gaining entry into Parliament. Something tells me it won't be easy. I need you to make sure we're capturing the key strategic positions throughout the borough. That would be Downing Street, the Broadcasting House, and Admiralty Arch. Hold nothing back. This isn't the time to make mistakes.
Ooh.